I'm Nunya BizCon,
Yo Mama Khan.
Mongol Horde, okay, laying bare the truth. Today's topic is transsexual, transvestite, transgender, and all the confusion that it's caused. Okay, from our perspective, even as Mongol Horde, we had men who thought they were women. Okay, and they would just live the life as a woman, and of course they didn't have that the same kind of of uh, of responsibilities as men would. Okay, which is like herding cattle, working, tending stuff, and then you know what? Remember this thing
Yeah, yeah.
in Little Big
Little
Man?
pony. What is that? Little horse.
What was
Little horse. Sort of.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Little horse. Right. 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 So these kinds of things happen I mean, it just happens. And so then people just say, okay, you know what? You be that way.
Yeah.
That's,
Sort of like
that's cool.
our
That's
friends,
cool. We're
lady
not going to,
boys. Yeah, lady boys. I mean, hey,
That's right. That's right.
you just either they're compelled that way, or else there's some kind of need for them. I don't know, but none of my business.
That's
None of
right.
my
That's right.
business. You got to do what
That's
you
right.
want, right?
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
Yeah.
right. So that's life, right? But it isn't as if we are in the dark
Yeah.
about these kinds of things. And we've had them widely broadcast in our culture, okay, on television, etc. Okay, so what did we have? So we had Milton Berle, right? We had Flip Wilson,
Yeah.
Some Like It
I mean,
Hot,
it
right?
yeah, everybody
And
was
the
doing it. I mean,
gangsters.
it's not that unusual. It's I think the only thing that's changed
That's right.
is
That's right.
it's now that we have to acknowledge it and then believe that there's there's something about it that we should that these people um, are in some ways being persecuted. Is that what the deal is? So that we need to
Right,
change
right,
our
right,
thinking,
right.
and
Well,
it's not like we were going to go out there and persecute them and hunt them or anything like that in the beginning. Anyway, I mean, it's just that you have to accept um, and preach it to everybody. I think that's one of the things. It's another leftist thing.
sort of, sort of,
Yeah, yeah,
sort
yeah.
of evangelical transsexualism, because remember, what was that
Oh yeah,
Jorgensen?
Norm
What was her
was
name?
that the Jorgensen? What was it the yeah
Yeah, Jorgensen. And she goes off, or he goes
Sweden, right?
off to Sweden and gets the operation done. But that, I'm sure, was in the 60s, okay? And we weren't particularly shocked by it. But one of the things that happened, and of course, living where we did in California, there was Finocchio's. It's my understanding that they're going out of business because of the hostility
Right,
towards
right.
transvestism, right? And so now it's just like they've pushed this to the where it couldn't just be an avocation and just for fun, okay, but it has to be like you have to do, you know it's like you have to go under the knife, or you have to say that I'm not transsexual or a transvestite, but I feel like I am a woman or a
Right.
man, etc.
Yeah, I think part
Right?
of it is sort of the same thing they ascribe to the blackface thing with black people now is to is that's what Pinocchio
Right.
it was doing. That's that's their thinking instead of entertainment, it's mocking, And in the blackface thing, yeah, that's like white guys trying to act like black people, but you know, but then it gets to the extent where did you see that thing with Samuel Jackson saying something about they shouldn't cast British actors anymore as 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 in,
Oh, he really
in
said
the
that.
latest
But you
movie
know what,
because
British?
the latest movie that there's some and so they cast British actors and it's basically saying yeah they're not proper Negroes. They're not you need American Negroes to act, so it's like it's like how far do you want to parse this shit where Amos and Andy were white guys on the radio playing
Oh
black
yeah, oh
people.
yeah.
Like, really, he's making it seem like it's such a hard thing to do, right? I mean, come on.
Well,
Well, they are
you know what,
good, but
British
he's
actors
trying to
are
say
pretty
that
good. I
he's,
mean,
yeah, he's just trying to,
in just the way.
just because he thinks it's so hard to beat Samuel Jackson. you know?
Well, he's a
Well,
funny
he takes
guy,
himself too
but I think
seriously.
politically, he's oh my God, oh my God, it's just like
But
yeah. Well, you know what? But it's like they want this
right,
niche, okay, and that's part of the problem is that everybody wants their niche in order to get some kind of societal, and if not societal, some kind of
right,
government
right, right,
money, right? I mean, like you know what they've said since the '60s is that people who take advantage of this are more inclined to be the more educated and financially secure blacks have taken up those
right,
positions in the hierarchies, right? So because now it was equal opportunity was always intended to help
right,
people who
right,
couldn't help themselves, right? So then so then you have that black elite, their children started taking up these positions. And, it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like a
yeah,
sharecropper's son, okay, but it was somebody who was already a university
right, right,
educated person. Now he wants, he's not satisfied with being a GS 11, okay. He wants to be
right,
in the
right,
senior
yeah,
executive service, right? And so then he uses the equal opportunity thing, and just like, wait a second, okay, you're already more
right,
privileged than most white people anyway, but now you want this advantage, and that's the problem with all of gender
well, yeah, yeah, yeah,
identity politics, right? And this goes
yeah,
back
yeah,
to Samuel Jackson. It's just like, well, Samuel, I'm not sure that you can be suave, okay? I'm not saying that you're not a good actor, but you are
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson, and you play a guy from the hood, okay? And we've seen you try to be smooth, and
yeah, yeah.
just Denzel, he can pull it off, okay?
Yeah.
Because really,
Oh, for
frankly,
sure.
Denzel is a better actor. Okay, he's not an action hero like you are. Okay, but
Yeah.
Denzel
So
is a better
this
actor. Okay,
taking it all the way to the transgender thing. After a while, what kind of twisted casting starts going on with this is when you have uh, saying, well, do you have to have a real transgender play a transgender? It's like what I mean, what? Come on, I mean, it's like it's like well, are you going to have like I mean, if you're going to have a transgender male play a transgender woman, uh, you have all these different ways you could do that, So it's like eh, all this confusion, So
well, you know what? And speaking of confusion, okay, I'm trying to think about the roles in which women, men playing women,
right,
you know, always
right,
brings a laugh. Okay, that's always funny. Okay, well, of course, it's not supposed to be funny, right? Nowadays, right? But when it was funny, um, it's funny. Okay, so generally though,
Yeah,
women when they
yeah,
play
it's
men,
hard to
they
pull
can't
off.
be
Yeah,
funny. Okay, I just
because
I mean,
they're like,
yeah. So then what do
yeah,
they have? I mean, who is that one? I think it was
oh
that
yeah, yeah,
one
yeah,
like in Wyoming or something. Some girl played a
yeah,
boy
yeah.
and then
You
gets
know,
murdered.
yeah, yeah, but
Right,
but
right.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it
yeah,
was called
yeah.
Boys Don't Cry or something. It's just like, oh Lord, I want to go see this because it's a
Well,
disaster in the
yeah,
making.
but I was mentioning like
It's like,
why when
man.
men play women, it's funny. It's like Monty Python, those guys. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
That's just funny. That's just funny. In Life of Brian,
Yeah,
so you have Loretta, right? And she says, "Well, I want the right to
yeah,
have children."
yeah,
Right? It's men and some women, but I want the right to have. He says, well, you can't. Well, you know what? Yes, yes, yes. At least the right to have that. It's just. I want to
yeah.
have babies.
Well,
That's
this
that's
this
just
way
that's just
this
funny
whole thing
stuff.
is like
But
there's really no science behind any of this, but they want to make it seem like there is, right? It's like there's no
oh,
science.
jeez.
And what was the doctor, the guy, Johns Hopkins doctor, was saying that it's like this is a disorder,
Right,
okay?
right, right.
This is a
Yeah,
disorder means there's something fucked up with these people, okay? And and having an operation doesn't really help them, right? That doesn't help them. But all you're doing is
that's
like
right. That's right. Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah,
empowering something that's wrong with them, and so these people have this notion that
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
should feel good just because we're trying to make them feel good, and they're going to feel good. And but the whole
That's right. That's right.
whereas the before it was like, oh, they feel shitty because it's something we do to them. No, they're fucked up. They're born that way. Okay, no, I can't do nothing about that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And then, that's right. And then you have, like, the NFL wants to get involved. It's just like, what the hell is wrong with you people, right? Because if they wanted to be so fair, okay,
Well, yeah,
they'd have more
yeah, well,
women
yeah, yeah. But
playing
no, but
football.
they're not going to waste
You
their
know?
money. Who's going to watch that? Okay, that's the problem. It's like, there's,
That's right. That's
there's a
right. That's
money
right.
making thing that's
You know?
not going to fill up a stadium. It's just it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like this. What was it that transgender teen that was that the went to the Supreme Court with the bathroom? The yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what?
It's
You know
like
what? This guy Gavin or something. Well,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
but it's
He's
like
down the road
I
from
get it, I
us.
get it, I get it in a
Okay?
way. Okay, you you don't want to go through life as an ugly fat chick. Okay, nothing worse than hey. I mean, but so
But you know what
it
though?
might be a little better as an ugly fat dude. I mean, really. Yeah, yeah, it is bad either way. The kid's fucked.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
but but then
Now you know that the
uh,
school that John Paul goes to, okay, uh, 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 they have all of that, okay, but they don't care,
uh-huh.
okay, because it's an art school, right? So they could have like moved someplace where it was going to be, but this is out in it's kind of rural and industrial, okay, and so they pick like the worst school district
Right.
in order to look for acceptance, right? And that guy, but it's just like so
No,
it's not
no.
like
It's
you
like
can
yeah,
use a trough,
you're gonna be in a stall anyway, right?
it's just like
Yeah, it's like who unless you're gonna do one of those
yeah, yeah,
Wizinator
yeah,
things,
yeah.
just just, do you know what that is, right? Well, yeah,
Well,
but
I know there's
this
the
is when
cone,
some NFL
okay.
uh, drug testing guy, right, used one of those. He,
Oh,
he
oh,
had the
you can't.
bag, but it
It's
looked
it's a
like a
bag.
pecker, right? So he squeezed it out, and he had somebody else's pee inside there.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
that's
no, 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 no. That's new to me. Now. I know about the cone. I know about the cone because when I was stationed in San Francisco. Okay, see, and before somebody left, right? So we do a bar crawl, and I would show them San Francisco that they
uh-huh.
never saw, right? so we'd start drinking. Okay, now we'd take a taxi or something to like down to Chinatown, and then we do like you know what you know what you've already been to all these places anyway, but you start at some dives
Uh-huh.
in like Columbus, right, and then you hit some more dives in Chinatown, and then you go down to the Tenderloin, and then you finish in the Castro. But you're
Oh
walking the whole way and you're drinking at like every place, right? And so, but but Castro back then
yeah. Oh yeah.
used to have everybody, right? And then when you go to the bathroom,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everybody's in
yeah.
there, women, men,
Yeah,
whatever.
there's no doors,
It wasn't,
no doors in the stalls.
and that's
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
yeah, yeah, that's right, that's right.
well, yeah, some
Well. You'd
privacy,
have
but
just the you
but
have the
yeah, yeah,
glory.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, no, not even that. I mean, you know, was that at the Gilded Cage? They had the
yeah, that
toilet
one.
right in the
I mean,
middle
I
of the
was in
floor.
one in West Hollywood where they were doing that. And
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
it's okay, let's go. It's done. But
yeah,
that was
yeah,
back
yeah.
in
It's nothing,
what
it's
was it, the
nothing,
bathhouse days too, you know. So
That's right, that's right. You know, back in the days when it
yeah.
was
Now
still
it's like,
fun.
it's yeah.
Now
That's why
everybody's all
these guys
upset.
don't even show up to these
Yeah,
marches anymore. The gay day,
it's
it's
just
like,
like,
yeah, when you have more straight people there that are so gay friendly, then it's like this ain't cool anymore. I mean, yeah, it's not fun because
yeah.
because you
I
talk to
know,
that
I know,
generation different.
I
Uh,
know.
our generation and of gay guys and and those guys are like, yeah, it's really we started it, but it's not so cool anymore. It's like you know
That's right.
everybody,
That's right.
it's like
That's right. Everybody goes there, brings their kids. It's just like, geez, and anyway. So, did you watch that show
no, no,
When
yeah,
We
it's just
Rise? Okay. Well, so one of my friends says that is the most
not
unfortunate
really.
title for a gay thing, right? When We Rise, because it's a documentary
Yeah,
about like gay sex,
yeah, uh-huh,
you know, but it's not, right? And then Guy Pearce, okay,
yeah,
sympathetic, right? Okay, right? And he's a good actor. And then you have Mary Louise Parker, who plays like girls who are going to die. Okay, that's kind of her claim to fame in the beginning. Now she's like something else. Okay, but has more attitude. I'm not sure but then
yeah. I
there's
mean,
freaking Whoopi
yeah, what the,
Goldberg, right? Who the hell? You know what?
yeah,
What the
yeah.
hell
I
is
mean,
that? Right? She's always, geez, like, what kind of, what? She is so yesterday. People probably stopped. We just
I
said,
mean,
oh
it's
my
like
God,
that.
it's Whoopi
She
Goldberg.
is,
It's like,
she is like asexual. She's like, I mean, like, you can't even, I mean, you can't even see her as a woman or a guy. I mean, she's repulsively, for both sexes,
yeah,
repulsive.
yeah.
Really. I mean, imagine. I mean, shit. I mean, come on. You know,
It's just like, yeah.
yeah. I mean, if there's
That's
any
a
kind of
whole
neutral
sad thing
sex, I
there,
mean, gender that's like fucked up gender, that's her. I mean, really. Come on. You
Yeah. Geez, when she was a
Yeah.
bartender in space, it's just like, okay, and you're giving, you know what? She is the absolute corollary to the magic Negro,
Yeah.
okay, in space, right? So there it is, black bartender. He says, well, here's what you need to cheer you up, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, and then okay, and then we have Bruce Jenner, right? And now Bruce Jenner feels as though he's
Marginalized?
being
Yes.
castigated. Yeah, because here he is, right? As far as intersectionality goes, he trumps a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But Trump, right? He likes Trump.
Yeah,
So
it's
now
just
he's saying, like,
'cause-
I'm not getting any gigs. Look, I was Woman of the Year. It's like, what the
yeah.
hell is that
Oh
all
yeah.
about?
Yeah. So
How can
yeah.
what kind of slap in the face
Real women
is that?
trying to get that, or if there was anything to aspire to, there's a lot of more deserving real women. but just but a dude gets it, you know. And then he's like some kind of like fashion statement. I don't know. There was something where they were trying. What was it? The cover where they really like cleaned him up. I mean, did some photoshopping and made him like, it's like, come on. I mean, this is the ideal. What is this going to be? The ideal,
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
still got his pecker.
yeah,
See, that's where the dude is like, dude. It's like
yeah,
how
yeah.
how yeah. I mean, he likes
He
women
likes.
still. I mean, what is he? What does that make him? He's not really. He's not a lesbian.
Yeah,
I mean, I mean,
that's right.
so
That's right.
that's
That's right.
very confused guy,
Yeah,
because he's
yeah,
not really
yeah.
committed to his
Yeah.
transgender thing unless he whacks it off, really.
Well, you know what it is that
Yeah,
he likes women a lot,
yeah.
and he doesn't want to give up that pecker. You know,
No,
because
but
like, hey, hey,
like,
hey, hey, come
what
on,
does?
I don't know,
Yeah, but
haven't
he can
really
feel.
changed my mind
What's that
that
thing he's
much.
feeling himself up while he's doing it? He's like, come on. What was that? It's like what was it's like that joke. Why God didn't God give guys boobs, right? Because they can never get anything done, feeling themselves up, right? I mean, you
That's
never heard that joke?
you know
Yeah,
what? I
it
never
is.
heard that joke, but that sounds pretty funny though. What is the phone company stuff? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And then now, you know, and then so now we have this whole thing in the in the military, right? And then Bradley is going to be made into Chelsea. Okay, so talk about
Well, yeah, yeah. I
going a
mean, it's
little
like
bit too
what?
far off the
I
edge
mean,
here,
yeah.
right?
It's like if it's like yeah, if if combat was like in the old days, like Homeric battles and stuff, where they had like yeah, it's like well, it's
Yeah.
gonna be our women against your women, and we're gonna sneak a few guys in there. I mean, it doesn't work that way, you know.
But you know what though? So in this confused world, uh, you have like the Olympics, okay, which actually
Yeah,
does
yeah,
take
but
genetic samples, right? And there was a woman from South Africa who was kicking butt, and they
yeah,
said she's
yeah,
a man, right? But so you have so in many ways the Olympics
yeah, but
is more serious
yeah, but
than the
yeah, yeah.
than the
So
armies of the
yeah,
West.
so yeah, because the Olympics wouldn't allow. Remember that wrestler, the chick wrestler who was taking testosterone? Okay, now the Olympics would not allow her
Right, right,
only
right, right,
because
right, right.
the laws in that state said that she could not wrestle with the guys, even though she was on testosterone. So she's still allowed to to like compete with women, even though she's taken testosterone to beat the
Uh-huh.
crap out of women. I mean, so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
what,
yeah,
just
yeah,
make it
yeah.
all one instead of no, they wanted to separate men and women, just have it all
That's
open,
right. That's
an
right.
all open thing, because wasn't
Yeah,
that how
yeah,
the
yeah,
original
yeah, yeah,
Olympics were anyway? They didn't have
yeah,
women's
yeah.
category. It's just all guys, right? It's like the best athletes, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? You know what? As a matter of
So
fact, naked guys.
yeah, yeah, naked guys,
That's right. That's right. So naked guys,
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
that
yeah.
Greek gay thing going, right? So let's see. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I know that we have loincloths, but we
Well,
want to
yeah,
see the whole
they
thing
want to
evolve.
take
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beauty of the male physique. That's their whole culture, right? Sports and culture,
That's right. That's
sports
right.
and culture.
That's
They got
right.
the
There it is. You know what? And speaking of culture, okay, just as we're closing out here, you were mentioning about the wedge issue, okay, and how transsexuals are being used as a wedge against like what? I mean, normal people or
well, yeah. It's
normalcy
just the
or
left uses it against the their opponents. Anybody who disagrees with them, it's just like it's like the whole gay thing. It's like, it's like they just couldn't. After they even if their issue is not an issue, they want to make it an issue, just so they can still make some money off it, which they do. Make the like they can produce shows to preach to people that there's something wrong with you. You haven't accepted it yet.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not there. You're not accepting it. You're not preaching it. And so it's one of those things. It's like they
yeah,
just
yeah.
one more issue. If everything was that they preached, and even if there was some kind of where we've got certain kind of agreement on all this, even if there was agreement on it, they'd find something else. It's like there's always something. I mean,
Yeah. Because I think that as far as the bathroom issue, okay, and it turning into such a wedge, and here we are, I mean, we go to North Carolina all the time, and it's a very very rational state. But their thing was that we just can't have somebody because the idea that it is what's in your head, okay, takes precedence over
right.
the protection of
Well,
like common sensibilities, right? Because if you've had the operation and you actually dress like a woman, act like a
yeah.
woman, nobody would care, right? But the idea that some guy who feels like he's a woman but has a full
Uh-huh.
beard, okay, and you know what, and so he has a full beard and he thinks that he
Uh-huh.
is a lesbian. Why can't I use that thing? so
Well,
so
yeah,
I mean, it
because
becomes
there,
so
there's
subjective
no
that
means
it
testing.
loses all.
It's like anything else. It's
Right,
it's
right,
it's the
right.
same thing
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
left uses
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. No means testing for devote, and no ID. Okay, okay. Prove
yeah.
that you can get that you
That's
deserve
right.
welfare.
That's right.
No, okay, no. You're just gonna get it just because you're walking around and you want it, you need it. I mean, that's the whole thing. They don't
Yeah,
want any clarification of this stuff. It's it's just how you feel. It's like
that's right. That's right.
I just can't work. you know?
Well. You see, and then of course that has all transferred right into this culture. I mean, for instance,
Right, right,
illegal Hispanics, right? Who are very culturally conservative, okay, dominated by
right, right.
male machismo and whatnot, right? And so I'm not even sure how this whole alliance works on the left, where you have the Muslims who throw gays and and and
Well, yeah,
and you know
well, yeah, because all
off
that
of
shit is
buildings,
only works in a
you
short
know.
term. Uh, it's only a short term thing because the people, only the real dumb ones keep. I mean, only real dumb ones keep holding on to this shit. Okay, I mean, but they're the people in academia, the people who are most invested in it are the academics because they're the ones having to come up with this shit. Okay, and you know, well, yeah,
So there's some
come up
pressure
with
on
shit.
them.
I
Come
mean,
up with
really,
more shit.
who comes up with this shit? The only people who have time to come up with this shit are academics. And when you're living in your ivory tower, what do you think of? I mean, who in their right mind would come up with 67 or however many genders there are, and then
Yeah,
conflate that
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the uh, the inequality in this society, so that everybody has to like, it's like everybody who
yeah,
works for a
yeah, yeah.
living has to think about this shit. I mean, really, it's like who Joe.
Well, you know what? You know what? That's right. That's right. And what they do is they feed
Right,
directly into the
right.
HR departments of major corporations, and the ones who then have to suffer the most are going to be the mom
Right,
and
right.
pop
But
stores,
yeah,
you know. And then the small businessman says, "Man, look at
oh
all
yeah.
this
And
shit that
so
I have to comply with."
academia,
You know,
uh,
so
government, because who else would? who would have the time or the inclination to come up with these laws, okay, these regulations. And that's the thing what Trump did was like, hey, this is not shit the government should be
Yeah.
worrying about. But Obama gave, like a lot of credence to this. So you had all these fucking little
Credence. Yeah, 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 yeah,
bureaucrats, people at
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
DOJ looking into this shit, wasting time on all this crap, which is like inconsequential. I mean,
yeah,
really. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
when you really
yeah,
think about it, I mean,
yeah.
does your
You're right.
average person really think about this shit all the time? Until something like California, which made it into a law without any kind of means testing, this transgender shit. And so, of course, the whole
Yeah, yeah.
thing is if you make a law, then there's going to be people on the other side saying, no, man, we're going to make a law that preempts this shit from happening. And that's basically what the whole North Carolina thing was. You can't
That's
you
right.
can't do
That's
that.
right. That's right.
So
That's right.
it's
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah.
it's
Yes, sir.
this world. It's like strange times we live in. That's all. End times. Well,
Yeah,
look at it.
yeah, yeah.
End
All right.
times.
Uh, don't get me started. All right. That is not exhaustive. We can actually go on and on. But anyway, so we're gonna sign off now. Okay. I'm yeah, yeah. Well, I'm Nanya
I'm Joe Mama
BizCon.
Khan. All right.
Uh,
Okay.
all right.